Well, this week's freezing temperatures have made things difficult for mid-Michigan apple farmers.
The last 2 nights it dropped below 25 degrees, which experts say can cause extensive damage to blooming apples. Our David Sackrider spoke with one local farmer and shows us the impact this spring cold snap had on his farm.
The freeze 2 nights ago means these trees here likely won't produce very much in the way of apples this year.
These are all dead.
Jim Cohn at Almar Orchard says they lost a significant portion of their crop due to the freeze, but it's not as bad as it sounds.
Because we had a small crop last year, we had a big crop this year. So even with the freeze, we're going to end up with some apples. If we had a big crop last year, we wouldn't have any apples this year because there wouldn't be enough buds that survive the freeze.
Apples here are protected by the amount of sugar inside them. Other apples that haven't quite bloomed yet, like Honeycrisps, are also likely to be okay.
Now, some of our later varieties will be a bit more protected because they weren't necessarily further along. So something like a Northern Spy, which wouldn't have been blooming yet, it would have been a little bit more resistant to cold temperatures.
This year, I'm not going to curse those Honeycrisps.
Cohn says they lucked out this year, but after back-to-back down years, he doesn't know how much more they can take.
If we got another one, I might have to consider getting out.
Cohn says when he first started 50 years ago, you would get 2 bad years, 2 good years, and 3 mediocre years, so things evened out. Now he sees more bad years than good.
But we haven't been having 2. It's been 4 and 5 out of 7 because of the changing of the weather.
It's still a little early to understand the full impact on these crops. Cohn says they'll have a better idea over the next few days. In Clayton Township, David Sackrider, ABC 12 News.